Hello everybody. So, you are probably wondering, what the fuck is this? Well, welcome to the new era. A Miele Special Electronic W754S. Sadly, the machine is currently not watertight. It does need an O-ring, which is on the pump. If I have a flat screwdriver, I will have that thing open and show where it goes, where my bloody flipping went. Here it is. So, in here, got all the components in here mainly. So there's a little pipe that you use for the drain, and the actual thing itself that comes down. And the filter is here. I'll take that filter out, and there is this O-ring seal, which, let me just get my phone out and actually show you guys where it goes. It goes in there. So you see that little crevice in there, that's where it goes. And I'm filming in portrait, I need to film in landscape. That's better. So the only thing I'm unfortunately going to be doing until I can sort something out about that O-ring seal is a spin, and I am going to get some silicone and put it behind that O-ring seal, so then I can behind this actual O-ring seal, so then it will be able to hopefully do something. I'll have to wait a day, unfortunately, but that doesn't exactly do much because I wouldn't really be uploading many things about this thing anyway, until I actually got it completely clean. I'd mainly be uploading a video of the cleaning of this machine. So, I hope you're ready, because this may start for you. And I hope it does, because this is what it does. The second you switch it on, this machine is not faulty in any way. It is 100% perfect. 3, 2, 1. That's the pump. That was the startup sound of the pump. It is an incredible sound. I really do wish was, well, a bit more common on machines, to be honest. The guy who was selling this German Hulk worked on these machines for about 20 years, and he was giving this thing away for pretty much about half of its worth in parts. Yes, these are worth about £150 in parts, believe it or not. So, the machine obviously came into my possession via Facebook Marketplace, and it is a chunky boy. It is huge. It is deep as hell. Look at this. Look at how deep this machine is before it starts to spin. Compared to the washer dryer. Look at this. Look at the cabinet goes back further than that washer dryer, and I thought that was chunk. That was just big chunky. That is just ridiculous. Like, completely. Oh, and by the way, it only has a cold feed and a 3 kilowatt heater. So I will probably do some, oh, yeah, alright, sorry about that. Missed that little burst there. Oh well, sorry. Yeah, so the final spin is where the machine usually just stays at about 1100 RPM for, I'm going to say, a ridiculously long time. And yeah, you may possibly see a very slight amount of water at the video's end, because this machine is has still got a bit of water in it from the original test wash, which was obviously a failure due to the leak. Now, the previous owner, he's an engineer, the guy that owned this, covered this O-ring in electrical tape. I don't understand why. He said it was supposed to seal it a lot better, and he told me to do it again, but I decided to not take that advice, and I'm going my own way. Now, O-rings like this are incredibly similar to the one on the washer dryer. There you go. Off to another realm. Adios. So, yes, the O-ring is very similar. In fact, it's about the same width as the one on the condenser of the washer dryer. So all I really had to do was put some silicone behind it, but that didn't work. But on this pump, I bet it will. So pretty much what I'll do is I'll put a bead of silicone around that, put the seal in so it's, you know, sticking out by a couple of millimeters, and leave it overnight for it to for the silicone to set, and wait until the next day around about 6 to 7 o'clock to use the actual machine again. There may still be a very slight leak, but it will eventually seal itself because the filter is not going to be cleaned until... let me go ahead and actually work up a calendar thing. I'm only going to clean that filter once a year. Or once every... You know what, no. Once every 6 months. There we go. So it's currently... 9 o'clock... Well, 6 minutes to 9 o'clock on Saturday the 29th of May. So, every 6 months. May, June, July, August... May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and that is 6 months. So November the 20th. And by the way, guys, I'm currently on with Jack, aka Lord Gulag 1400. Not on loudspeaker, of course. Not on loudspeaker. I won't go and put it on loudspeaker. Say hi. Say hi.
Hi.
Alas. So he's currently watching this beast hop into the spin sequence. I don't know the spin sequence on these. The machine just appears to have just stopped completely. Oh well. Drain pump's still on. I don't know what these actually do. God damn the power of this beast. And it's going to kick in. 3, 2, 1, go. Jesus Christ. That's all the way. The motor on this thing is gigantic as well. I actually took it into my own hands with this. I took off the 3 bolts on the door. There's 2 in the drawer. And I opened this thing up on the hinged front. And it just looks beautiful. I'll tell you what. I will be doing videos of this machine soon enough. And I do honestly hope that a few live streams will happen, as it's the only machine of German heritage I have ever seen. Well, not exactly seen. It's the only machine of German heritage that I have owned so far. And by the way, it's even older than the 9530. 1982. So that's 39 years old. Or at least I think it is. It was 1982 to 83. I will check in the rating plate to see if I can get an actual number right. I think it's 82. I will go ahead and obviously show the rating plate after this is done. But this has a ridiculous motor on it. And I mean ridiculous. I'm not sure if that's 1100 yet, but I think it is. Stainless inner and outer tubs. Steel drum slider with metal drum pulley, of course. The machine seems far more open than modern ones, if you understand what I mean. Basically, when you take the top panel off, there is nothing along the top of the machine. There's no concrete weight, of course, because they're cast iron and they're around the front and the back, which also is the bearing cage around the back. There's also no more computer boards or anything, because this thing has a timer instead of being computer operated or PCB operated or whatever. Also, the door lock, surprisingly, is still electronically operated. So this thing has to be plugged in for you to actually be able to open the door. It's still, in fact, it is the most true Miele's I could ever get my little mitts on. And you know what? I picked this thing up half an hour away from home. And the guy, who was an ex-engineer, was working for Miele for about 22 years, if I remember correctly. I will ask him. The machine, as well as having a timer, it also has an infinitely variable temperature from cold up to 95. From the cold water up to 95 degrees. Past the thermostat click. So, if you wanted to, you could set a 48.9 degree wash. If you seriously wanted to. But, for the cleaning cycle, we're going all the way to 95. And this thing also has a minimum iron 95 degree wash. Same as the 9544W, except it goes all the way. So, cold water feed, 3 kilowatts of heating power with a stainless steel inner and outer tub, as Miele has, a solid steel drum spider, an infinitely variable temperature. It also obviously has a timer, an electronically operated door, fully steel door, of course, because that's a Miele. It has a ridiculously powerful drain pump. In fact, the hose on this thing is so wide, it won't fit my plumbing. I literally have to revamp my entire plumbing system, or get an adapter or something. That is just blowing my mind. I have no idea why, I don't know how, but this little guy ain't going in neither. It won't fit. Honestly, it will not fit a 32mm piece of pipe. Look, see? It's not fitting. It's not going in at all. Or is it? Nope, it's still not going in. And that's a U-bend for the hose, which I'm not using. Oh wait, no, I might actually use it. No idea. So there you are, ladies and gentlemen. That is a Miele Special Electronic W754S. Still going at 1100 RPM with a hybrid motor. This thing does have sort of a hybrid type motor. It's a very powerful beast. Nobody that I know of in this country has one. I don't know if anyone has. If anyone has had one, I've no idea who has or who hasn't. If you have had one of these, say it as a childhood machine or something, please tell me in the comments section. And I guess have a good day, because the spin cycle is ending and I'm still really excited because I get to, well, I'm not too excited about repairing this thing because I don't want it to go wrong, but at the same time, I'm not paying 25 more pounds for a new O-ring sealing, which, yeah, it's not a very good idea. Because I already paid 70 for this machine, fully refurbished as well. I think the reason for the leak was because the electrical tape that the previous, the engineer guy put on it got disturbed when he unscrewed the pump filter, and he didn't retest the machine. That's some serious power on that time. It's buzzing. I think you just switch it off. I think so. I don't know. I'm actually not gonna advance it. I'll just leave this machine to whatever it's doing. There it is. By the way, the bearings aren't bad on this machine, of course. It's just the sheer power of the motor on this thing. That motor sound is completely normal. As I have found out, well, obviously you'd be able to tell if the motor was bad. That's the spin cycle done. So, a lot of people will probably be thinking, what drum does this machine have in it? Well, it's the hydromatic drum. And there's the rating plate. If I will, I'll go and take my phone out of this tripod real quick, or just an improvised one. I'll go ahead and show the rating plate. So there it is. That is absolutely everything this machine has. Capacity of 5 kilograms, 240 volt, 50 cycles a second, so that's 50 hertz of power. 50 hertz. Heater is 3000 watts. The maximum load is 3200 watts at 13 amps of current. The machine, come on, it's a Miele. It's got to be made in Germany. A typical sort of older style drawer. It's a bit mouldy. Could do with a clean. I will actually go ahead and pull it out of the machine and put the actual drawer, not the front. I'm not that stupid. I will pull the drawer front off and I will put just the drawer in the dishwasher. And obviously you have your 3 bolts here, and there's also 2 additional ones. So there's one there, and obviously you have to take the drawer out. And basically the whole front of the machine is on a hinge, so it will come out. You don't even have to take the top panel off, I don't think. I may possibly do a let's look out video, but that'll be I very much doubt I will. So yeah, the machine also has economy functions, which basically means it won't really, I don't know what it means. I'm guessing it means it won't heat the water at all or something. I've no clue. I might be within the energy saving range. Possibly something to do with that. My hands are dirty, but I don't care. So basically, cold. There's a thermostat click. I don't know if you heard it. Basically, that means the thermostat is now active from cold. So it can go 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 95. But past that little thermostat click is infinite temperature variation. You can do, if you wanted to, you could quite literally do a 55.5 degree wash if you wanted to. Well, actually no, that would be 65.5. Just a little bit past. Similar to that OAE, I think it was an 804 that Brandon filmed at his house with Matthew Bennett, aka Witchwasher, and Luke Skelding. This machine, although it is nowhere near the same, is similar due to that infinite temperature variation. And here's another thing. If you click half load and you also press the on and off button, I'll show it again with the door open, it clicks half load off. Ready? See? There you go. And it also, for some reason, presses the on and off switch in. I don't understand what that is, why that is caused, or what it is caused by, but it just seems normal to me. A bit of fun with this. I'm never going to be abusing this thing, by the way. I'm not going to be doing any experiments on it or anything like that. You know what kind of person I am. If it were, say, a newer Miele, I might, but not one of these. Especially not one that is 39 years old. I do think that this is going to be a very fine addition to my collection. It's going to be A, the oldest, and B, the heaviest machine I have ever seen, I've ever had the pleasure of using.
you obviously have a lot of cycles and things, a lot of different parts of programs that you can select on this thing. So you've got the cottons pre-wash, main wash. So yeah, you've got cottons pre-wash, main wash, cottons economy, and onto your rinses. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the final rinse. A spin, which I just filmed on this video at 1100 RPM. That ends, you go into minimum iron, which can also go up to 95 degrees Celsius. You go through that. You have a pre-wash and minimum iron, which I've never heard of before. A main wash, economy, 3 rinses, a rinse hold. I don't know how you activate or deactivate that. I have no idea. The short spin, and then we go on to delicates, which is at 30 and 40 degrees Celsius. And also pre-washers, delicates. There's also woolens, which is program 7, at 40 degrees Celsius. You go through 3 rinses, a rinse hold, a short spin, and a drain, which is incredibly useful if, say, you only really just, I don't know, just in case that, say, the machine is full of water after a rinse and you don't want to spin the item in there, you can go ahead and click it onto drain. I don't know what the half-load function can officially be used for. I'm guessing it's all programs apart from woolens and delicates, although I will have to obviously try that out. So far, the machine has only been in my possession for a total of... I'd say about 3.5 hours, and I can't even use it, sadly. But I will obviously be putting silicone on that seal. By the way, you can do the Mila Slam. I don't want to though. I will actually go ahead and shut the door gracefully. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the test wash video. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.